Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
So the day before yesterday.
It was September 10th.
So on September 10th, Charlie Kirk was assassinated by some crazy mofo.
We don't know who yet. There's alleged people, but it's just allegations at this point. I'm sure we'll talk about it when it happens, especially depending on which information is true.
Right. We won't know till he's caught. But until then, I wanted to go over some clips that I've been seeing pop up a lot on X. Some of them are from TikTok, others from Instagram, but I've been seeing them on X, so I'm going to play them here. Yeah,
they're
short
videos.
Anyway, they are of people who are on the left who have decided they're done. They're done with the left. They've realized how crazy and radicalized they've become, and they've pretty much become completely disgusted with them.
Well, I'm sure if you've seen any of the videos that are upset over Charlie Kirk's passing, as many of us are, you've probably also seen videos on your feed of people celebrating and cheering and being unbelievably happy about this, celebrating it. I will continue to say this. You can disagree with someone left, right, and center, but what justification is that to assassinate them, to end their life? It is not. Who did he hurt? Who did he kill? Is kill a swear?
Mm-mm.
Who did he harm with malice? Who did he do? Who did that to? No one.
Well, the left said that words are violence, so his words were violence, so they had to use actual
violence. To justify death?
No, it's not justification at all.
Because the problem, if they're using that to justify his passing, then it completely justifies actions from the right against the left. Because if they're justifying it from the left against the right, then welcome to karma. What you give, you get.
Well, that's what they say about Charlie. Well, he was for guns, so he lived by the sword and died by the sword.
But he didn't use them in a violent manner. He didn't use them, and like I said, who did he kill?
Who did he call for the death of? Nobody.
Exactly. Therefore, if you're just harming someone based on words, then you're asking for harm based on your words.
Mm-hmm. And you're completely unhinged, deranged, and you belong in an institution in prison.
I don't care how much you disagreed with his policies. If you believe
politics,
I don't care how much you disagreed with his opinions, his religion, his beliefs. I don't care. If you really thought it was justification for his life to be taken from him, then you should be analyzed. You should be put in a mental institution because you are the problem. And if you were on just the wrong day with not enough going in your life, you would have been the shooter.
Yep. They would have been the SS officers in World War II. They would have been the Nazis.
And I don't care how many people want to leave or whatever the case is, who don't want to be friends in my personal life. If you're seeing this and you agreed with that and you don't think that, don't be my friend. Because I don't want you as my friend. I don't want you as someone associated with me because you, like I said, if you were in the wrong path, going down the wrong track and you had nothing going for you, this could have been you shooting someone like me or someone that I care about or someone who I think might have policies I agree with.
Mm-hmm. The left is always like, the right's trying to silence our speech, stuff like that. But they killed him because of his speech. They wanted to silence his speech because they thought his words were violence, and so they decided to become violent.
Yes, and just to make one more point, I don't know the creator who said it, but I think it was a very valid point. Charlie Kirk gave a platform to the people who disagree with him as much as the people who do agree with him. He gave a chance for people of college age to speak about politics openly and candidly for or against him. And yes, he might have made some of them look like buffoons, but that's nothing to do with the fact that he gave you the platform. And you took him out for giving you a platform to speak on, which is the foundation of America.
Well, whenever he debated with people, he would always let the people who disagreed with him come to the front, and then they would debate. And if he made them look stupid, it's because their opinions never held any water. Yeah.
Which is why I say it's neither here nor there if he made you look stupid. It's a debate. That is the point of a debate, is to win your side, to make the other side look discredited, non-creditable, whatever the right word is.
Non-logical.
You have no foundation at that point.
It makes no logical sense.
And so as much as you might have hated him for poking holes in your theories, it doesn't make him wrong. It means he's good at debate.
And it means that these people were just angry that they got exposed and their ideas
Yeah.
and ideology got exposed for not being logically sound.
And you think, maybe not. The people who do this think that they're doing something good. They think they're killing the source at the head, but they're not. And that's something I think is also echoed. There are many, many, many people who like Charlie Kirk and who followed in his footsteps, down to the point where they made a whole South Park episode making fun of the idea that there are tons of guys trying to be the next Charlie Kirk. There is no way that this is ending the movement that he started. The only thing you're doing is adding fuel to the movement that you don't like. It's really dumb if you think about it. You're giving them a passion of reason, especially when it's something as graphic as taking someone's life. Mm-hmm. You are fueling the fire.
In such a public way, too.
Yes. You are only fueling their fight.
But here's another thing. With his death, his assassination, you didn't bring anyone over to your side. What you did was you turned people away from your side and exposed yourselves for the crazy, radicalized, unhinged individuals that you are.
So you actually made his side stronger.
And bigger. So let's watch a few of these, shall we? Yes, we shall.
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith align myself with you guys anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be all right. Because you don't agree with him politically? Okay. Whatever happens next, in retaliation, whoever did that shit, I hope they throw the whole fucking book at you. The whole fucking book at you. Why I did not agree with his views, when you put violence in the fucking middle of the equation, all this shit goes out the window. Everything that you stand for goes out the fucking window. Who's next? Candace Owens? Take that shit as a warning. Stop doing the fucking public panels, bro. Stop doing all that. Oh, what do you think about him? These people are fucking insane. Oh, well, both sides are... No, these people are fucking insane. Dude, things are going to get very... Do not speak politics at all in public. Do not do that. These people are fucking unwell. Protecting fucking dickhead stabbing Ukrainian girls in a bus. Protecting shooters just because they think they're the other gender. You people make me fucking sick.
Damn, there was a lot of F-bombs. So he's mad.
Well, I think there's a big thing to be said. He said stop doing these panels or the college campus things, right? I don't agree with that. I think that the whole point that he got shot, it just shows how important it is to continue doing those things. There needs to be
with
an
a
open,
giant freaking barrier.
Like I said
glass
to you,
barrier.
you need bulletproof glass. You need like at least 3 walls, someone behind you with guns.
Because college-age individuals
are not stable.
Absolutely unhinged, and they're the ones that will usually do these kind of crazy things.
I agree that you're not safe, but if you're not safe doing it at a college campus, the president of the United States isn't safe speaking anywhere.
Well, you've heard of the Pope Mobile. Why do you think he has it?
And that's the thing is, yes, they make bulletproof glass. You can get a little box to put around you, still have a microphone, and still talk to these people through through the glass, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is this is how unhinged people are.
Because we need to bring back institutions.
We need to bring back something.
Institutions. We need to put these people in institutions.
Testing,
because they shouldn't be in public.
Evaluation. We need to put on harder restrictions. The answer isn't stopping the conversation. And that's the biggest thing Charlie Kirk did. What do you think got him all the attention he got? Was those college panels talking to people who are the foundation of the future of America. That's why it's called Turning Point.
You're trying to stop conversations. You're trying to silence people's opinions. That sounds a lot like fascism. The same word that they scream at the right.
Well, this guy isn't necessarily saying don't have the conversation. He said stop doing the panels because it's a safety risk.
But the radical left want them to stop talking.
The problem is if you stop doing the panels, these kids aren't going to show up on a chat room online. There's a million other more interesting things on their phone. But if you're walking in your college campus and you see that, or you hear like Charlie Kirk coming, if you hate him or you love him, you still want to ask him a question. You still want to go to that panel. It's still something that gets these people out and involved in politics at a young age, which is something we were lacking extremely in this country.
Yeah, but college, the school education system, it's all radicalized.
The point is that if we don't have any youth going into politics or learning about politics, we're going to have only old heads making the policies. And then our country's going to be going forward, which is why we're in so much debt right now and why people like me can't make enough money to get a house. It's not because we're not working hard enough. It's because the old heads are making the laws and keeping all the money for themselves, and we're not making enough to get the houses.
Well, eventually they do die.
But that's the thing, is if we never get involved in the policies, if we don't get involved in politics, we never get what we're looking for, and we just sit here and we complain and we bitch and we moan. We can't get a house, we're complaining the whole time, and we feel like we're stuck in a pit. And we are, because we have nothing to do with the policies being put in, because we're not paying attention, because we're so focused on getting the house, you know? Mm-hmm. And so it is important that people of my age get involved in, I mean, if you take out the guy swearing out, I think I covered the whole video swearing, but it's why we need to get involved in politics at a younger age. That's why they have participation in government when you're in school. That's why we have pig classes, because it matters. It matters more than we realize, especially because we're not aware of it at that age. It took me until I was about 22, 23 years old to realize how much politics mattered. I didn't have as much of a feeling towards them, minus I wanted gay marriage. But other than that, I didn't care as much as I do today and now.
Yeah. There's just way too many talking heads that are radicalized, talking about politics and making you look one way when you should be looking in the other direction in order to actually know what's going on. But they don't want you to know what's going on because they want to still have control. So they keep you looking like Trump bad, Trump Hitler, Trump Nazi
They
bad.
keep you shifting the blame, man.
Yeah, without taking any responsibility. Here's another one.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, dog. Hey, Democrats, man, y'all cooked, bro. I'm talking about, man, I be looking at my news feeds, man. I posted that shit about black and white conservatives coming together. Man, I had Asians coming in that thing. Latinos coming in that thing. I even think I seen like an Armenian American. Blur, listen, man. Cooked. Y'all cooked. Extra crispy. No batter. Y'all might want to just start all the way over. Like, just go ahead and sit out for these little 20 years. Let the people get back, back where they want to be, and forget that y'all snakes, and then y'all try to sneak back in. But as of right now, the Latino community, Asian community, black community, white community, fucking Armenian community. Dog, I done had Filipino Americans in my inbox telling me they with it too. It's over.
These people are over it?
No, these people are done with the left.
Oh, so he's saying that minority groups are done with the left. That's what
Yeah, because what they're showing all over social media is that the left has become completely radicalized. There's not that many sane, logical people on the left anymore. They've gone crazy.
It's true, though, because they have gone crazy. And so I've noticed this for years. I mean, why do you think that Donald Trump had more black guys voting for him than anyone? Like, historically on that side,
and gays,
because they can see the difference, and I think that's the biggest thing, is if you can't see the difference, is it cooked?
Yeah, the difference is that the Republicans, instead of pushing away minorities, whether skin color or sexuality, they decided, let's at least have the conversation. Now, the left, if you had a different opinion at all, even if you're gay or you're black or whatever, if you had a different opinion at all, they say,
you're cast
screw
off the
you,
island.
You're a Nazi. Yeah, cast off the island. They isolate people. They infight all the time and kick people out of their club constantly. So much so that they're making a lot of people really dislike them and see them for who they are, which are crazy, violent, illogical individuals who should be locked up in a prison or in a padded room.
At the very least.
Mm-hmm. Here's another one.
Never voting This was the day that I decided I'm never voting Democrat again. I cannot stand with you people anymore. Although there's a lot of people on the right that I disagree with, looking at your comments, gross. I don't want anything to do with you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Find Christ.
Find Christ. Yeah. At this point, I've been saying this for a long time on this channel. I'm not saying that everyone should be Christians, but I'm saying there's a lot of good morals that come from Christianity that the left especially are lacking from their lack of any religion.
Yeah. And here's another one.
This whole Charlie Kirk thing. I'm a left-leaning moderate, but the left has done a really great job of pushing us all over to the right the past the past year. And I'm so sad because what Charlie Kirk brought to the table was conversation and debate, and that's why I liked him. I didn't always agree with him, but damn, we need more conversation and we need more debate. And all I can hope is that all of these kids that showed up on these college campuses to debate him or to agree with him or whatever, I hope we end up with thousands more of Charlie Kirk out there debating.
I agree, because it was such an influential thing. It was such a big thing to be doing. That's why you see so many people doing, like, even the on the street things. It all has to do with that. It all has to do with Charlie Kirk having those conversations to start with. And it's really sad to see. She said something that I thought was interesting. She didn't say she was necessarily leaving the left, but she did say
She's seeing the left for who they are.
Yes, she said she was a left-leaning moderate. And I don't think that you can say moderate and left in the same sentence anymore.
No, you can't.
Because you can have right-leaning moderates. That seems like a real thing these days. But left-leaning moderates, it's more like moderates shifting to the right.
Yeah, you're either radical or you're in the middle.
Yeah, because there's no middle ground anymore for these people.
No, not when it comes to the left. Here's another one.
So far, I've seen videos of just the left being pro-unaliving political opponents, whether that be Trump, J.D. Vance, people celebrating what happened to Charlie Kirk today. It's just disgusting behavior. The fact that I have been a part of the left for 7 years, I never thought we'd get to the point where I would have to look at my own party and be like, oh, hold on, I can't support you anymore because everything that you are doing right now is against your political viewpoints and your values and beliefs. To sit here and promote gun violence against your opponents is wrong. And it arguably makes you worse than the other side because you're basically saying these people deserve to be unalived because our political beliefs are more important and should stand and should have more value than a human life. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't sit right with me at all. No. So far, I've seen it.
Good.
People are seeing it.
You should see the videos of the kids who witnessed the shooting. There's a bunch of them on here, and it's really sad. And I think that shows, too, that, like I said, the left and the right have completely different views. But if you witness that and you have any sense of humanity, you are starting to realize how wackadoo the left is.
Yeah,
no matter how trans you are.
The left is for gun control unless that gun is used to kill someone they don't agree with. And you've seen how they act when they don't agree with someone. They don't just say, I don't agree with you. They scream, or they say, end your life, or I hope someone ends your life. I mean, absolutely violent rhetoric, calling for violence. They say the right, their words are violence. They're the side calling for violence and actually being violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, you'd expect someone who witnessed it to immediately be saddened by it, but they reported that instantly after he was shot, there were the liberals there cheering. And you'd hope that the people there were there in somewhat of good faith for the arguments and not there to watch him just get beat up or even killed. Mm-hmm. And there are some that you can tell definitely were affected by watching it happen. But I think the overall message is that there are too many people happy about this.
So many people.
And I don't want to show any of them because I don't want to give them the time of day. You can find them all over TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. And honestly, I'm not someone for doxing, so I'm not going to give out their information. But I think that you should do what you see fit with the videos that you find.
Now, I've been seeing a couple videos like this as well. I'll end this our video with this last clip showing that what happened with Charlie Kirk is actually infuriating people.
It'll bring violence
because of what they're seeing on the left and their joy from the death of Charlie Kirk.
I do want to say that it's bringing a lot of people to violence, especially on the right or the left. But on the right, people are getting a little aggressive with it. And that is the last thing Charlie Kirk wanted. You can find one of the quotes that you see him saying all over the place is that once people stop having conversations, that's when violence begins. And you can tell this man was as against violence as anyone else. So don't go out there and beat up people. Try to have the conversations. Do what Charlie Kirk did and then try to have the debate. Don't use violence. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't prove a point. You lose the argument every time.
But when your side is trying to have the debate and the other side is ending the lives of people who are trying to have the conversation, after a while, people get really sick and tired of it.
Well, there's a difference between defending yourself and a difference between going out with violence. You know what I mean?
Violence begets violence.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's right.
Doesn't mean it's right, but you're putting yourself in harm's way by pushing for it and executing it. You see what I'm saying? With every action, there is a reaction. And I wouldn't be surprised, or I don't even know if I would blame them if they got that angry. Is it deserved?
I don't think it's not justified, but I don't think that
You know?
taking that anger out on some liberal who didn't do it is the right way to handle it. I don't think aggression is the way to handle it. Execution in a law sense, that's different. But going out and beating these people up, I mean, unless they're swinging first, I just don't think that's right. And I strongly don't think that that's something Charlie Kirk would have defended.
Right. Then what I'm saying is, if the right
Hit him where it hurts.
retaliates, I can't blame them.
No, but you still have to realize there's laws and
There are
accountability.
laws, and there is accountability, yes. But accountability has to be on both sides. And only one side has been taking accountability, and the other is just blaming the other side for everything. And people eventually get sick of it. I can understand where they're coming from.
I'm not
I
saying
don't
I don't
think violence is the answer, no. But you're literally ending the lives of people who were trying to have a dialogue because you want to shut them up because you don't agree with them.
I'm not defending everyone on the left. I'm simply saying that there are people like the ones we've seen in this video who strongly identify more with the left than the right who are clearly against this.
And now here's the last video we're going to be showing you.
Charlie Kirk was just shot in the fucking neck at Utah University, somewhere in fucking Utah at one of his events. And I am directly attributing this to all these fucking media personalities and these politicians like Tim Walz getting on the fucking TV and saying, well, I sure do hope he dies today. I sure hope he dies. Y'all are the fucking reason this shit is happening, you evil motherfuckers. Everything that they say Trump is, they are. Trump's violent, they're fucking violent. Trump's hateful, they're fucking hateful. Trump's a fascist, they're literally shooting people who don't agree with them. Who don't agree that children should be murdered in fucking droves and that men should be able to watch fucking women take a piss. And fucking grown-ass men should be able to have peeping Tom shows in front of elementary school fucking kids.
And I think he has every right to feel the way he feels.
And I think he's right with his statement. Everything that they push onto Trump is a reflection on themselves.
Everything that they scream about the right being is what they are. Anyway, like and subscribe. If you have any comments and you want to make them known, comment below.
Share your thoughts below and obviously pray for Charlie's family. He had 2 kids and a wife.
And they were both there when it happened.
And it's really sad that such young children had their father ripped out of their lives for literally doing nothing. He didn't go to war. He sat at a college campus and asked questions.
And answered. See you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Crawling hard in love.